Nancy.
Hello. So I want to ask you, I mean, it was a great film, a lot of challenges for your role. How did you maneuver those scenes where you had multiple, people, voices that yet the others could not see?
I mean, I think had the easiest job with that in a lot of ways because, I was just experiencing what I was experiencing and everyone else had to pretend as though, their circumstances were wildly different and what they were seeing were very different than what they were actually seeing. So I think I got a little bit more of an advantage. And then also, I think having those voices played by really, really, really good actors does so much as well. And so yeah, it wasn't too bad.
And there was a really, there were several quotes based on, the way that the setup of your character was, but there was one particular that said a lot. And it said, and I want your feedback intake of this quote based on the character you did play. It says, when you have schizophrenia, people can't wait to make you someone else's problem. That's why we end up on the street screaming at nothing, waiting to die. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, and I think, obviously that's a somewhat of an extreme thing to say, but I think in a lot of cases that is the case. I think mentally ill people, I can't really speak to around the world because I don't know in other countries how mentally ill people are generally treated, but I think especially in this country, I think they're really seen as afterthoughts, generally speaking again, and I think because it is hard to know how to help and it's hard to know how to be supportive. And I think a lot of times those people then just end up falling through the cracks and then get to a point where people don't even really want to look at them. It's hard to acknowledge the truth of their, their lives and where they've gotten to. And I think that's really the intent of this movie is how can this serve as a bridge essentially to allowing that conversation to take place and then eventually getting to a place with how can we really have a better overall take on how to help people that are dealing with this overall, but really making sure that that just starts with the conversation. But I do think, I mean, unfortunately, I think that is the case a lot of times. Obviously not always, but I
Mhm.
think it can be the case for sure.
What do you overall hope that people take away from this film to wrap up?
I mean, I think a sense of hope that's earned. Obviously, I don't want them to just feel like, oh, yay, everything's happy now or anything like that. But really seeing like this guy went through it, and the people that love him also went through it with him. But they're starting to get on the other side of things and starting to build a life. I mean, Adam is starting to build a life for himself that he loves, and I hope that people can listen to that and see that and find ways that they can do that for themselves as well.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. It
Yeah, thank you so
was
much,
very
Nick.
informative for sure. That's
Thank you
the
so
matter.
much. Appreciate it.
Take care.